Guys, Sharif here, and in this video I'm gonna simplify your life. You want to grow your chest, these are the only 5 exercises you need to do and you need to get better at. Alright, stop overcomplicating stuff. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Let's stick to what works, master those exercises, the basics that give us the most bang for our buck, and progress on them. Alright, let's jump straight into it. Number 1, the bench press. Alright, and before you say, oh, the bench press is not optimal, the bench press hurt my shoulder, the bench press this, find a variation that doesn't hurt your shoulder. Find a variation that feels good for you. For me, I love the barbell bench press, but for some other people, they would rather do it with dumbbells. So find whatever works for you, but it's important that you do a free weight press. Alright, it doesn't mean a hammer strength machine or a hoist machine where the seat is moving and all those fancy stuff. Stick to the free weight for this exercise. Trust me, I've tried doing more machines and I've lost a lot of mass, even if the intensity was the same. So barbell or dumbbell bench press flat. We will start with that, alright? Some people like going neutral grip with dumbbells. They feel better. Some people a 45-degree angle. Some people like actually doing a kind of a neck press. All right, guillotine press where they have the shoulders the elbows a little bit higher. Whatever you feel better with, whatever doesn't hurt your shoulders, stick with that, and that's your first exercise that I want you to get better at. And all rep ranges, you want to do sets of 3 to 5 as well as doing sets of 12 or 15. All right, what I personally do is I pyramid the weight. I start with sets of 20, go all the way down to sets of 5, and then bring it all the way back up to sets of 12 to 15. All right. I spend most of my workouts on the bench press and the incline dumbbell press. So that was the first one. Moving on, number 2, incline dumbbell press. So I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, all right, guys? It's as simple as that. Get better at the incline dumbbell press. One thing I want to say about that is the degree of the incline is super important, that you don't overdo it. Small inclines actually will do you better, will do you more good than going too high of an incline. All right, for example, if you're doing a 15-degree incline or a 30-degree incline, I would say that would be max 45-degree, but I'm not a big fan of going 45-degree incline because that's when we start feeling a lot of that front delt and a lot less chest stimulation. All right, so try playing with the angle. Personally, I love a 15-degree incline. It's super small, but I feel it so much more in my upper chest. And in reality, you can't just isolate the upper chest. All right, but what you can do is train more chest than shoulders. This you can do by playing with the incline. So personally, I love dumbbells. I'm not a big fan of barbell incline press. Just because I'm doing barbell bench press, I would go more for dumbbells when I'm doing incline. If you're someone that is doing dumbbell bench flat press, now you can go for a barbell incline press. Kind of play around with it. All right, when we have a bar, yes, we can lift a little bit more weight, which is pretty cool, right? So same thing when I'm doing dumbbell press. I don't necessarily go for very low rep range. I would stick mostly to sets of 8. All right, and I would do also 4 to 5 sets. So for my barbell bench press, I would do 5 sets. My incline dumbbell press, 4 to 5 sets. We've already done 10 sets of our chest, all right? But guess what? That's 80% of my workout. Moving on, I'll do machine pec deck fly. I love this exercise. Machine pec deck fly, good time under tension, really controlling the way back and squeezing for a quick second. I love this exercise. I actually start with it to really warm up my chest, warm up my shoulder, kind of pre-exhaust my chest and get a good mind-muscle connection activated well. When I was younger, I used to jump on that bench press, put the 2 plates on and start ripping it. Yes, trust me, I used to be super strong. I'll get there back again. Today, getting back into it feels super good. It feels good to be strong. When you're natural and you get too shredded, you start losing a lot of weight, a lot of strength, and you just don't feel like yourself anymore. Now I'm starting to lift back heavier. Yes, I'm gaining some body fat. That's why I'm doing this without a shirt, to show you guys that I'm not gonna be lean all year long. And we're not supposed to be here all year long. We're not just trying to look good for one day, but we're trying to build the body to be strong and healthy and fit year long. And if it means being 80% okay year long, it's better that than being 100% wow for a week but then 50% year long. All right, and that's what happens when people want to be so shredded all year long, is that they look good for this show or for this time or for this week or for this month, but the rest of the year, because they're always shredded, they're not performing well, they don't feel well, they don't feel fit, they don't feel healthy, and it's just not ideal. All right, so machine pec deck fly, I love starting with it, but if you guys want to start with your presses, you can also do that. This is not an exercise where I go super heavy, I go more for the pump, all right? But I still take it close to failure, all right? I love this machine, I love it, but make sure that you set it up correctly. And this is where my brother Phil, actually, he's a machine freak. He helped me to understand really the importance of setting up your seat, your shoulders, the alignments of every single thing. I used to jump on a machine, hamstring curl, and just don't even look at anything. Just rep it, and just move on. But no, he's like a scientific when it comes to machines. He sits down and he starts analyzing every single thing. And I admire that, because passion is just admirable, whatever it is, right? So he teaches me a lot about how to properly use the machines. All right, but it doesn't mean that I would prefer them on free weight. I still prefer free weights, but those machines have their time and place. So set it up correctly, make sure that the seat is well, and sometimes the machine that you might be using might not be optimal. If that's the case, that's where I would go for free weight. All right, in this case, in flies, just with flies, because we want, actually I would even go for cables, because we want the tension that cables provide, that dumbbells don't provide. All right, just for flies. Moving on, third exercise, fourth exercise, push-ups. Guys, nobody do push-ups anymore. It's my favorite exercise. Today I was doing, after my chest workout, I finished with 10 sets of push-ups to failure. And trust me, I felt my chest was just gonna burst and explode, and it felt super good. And push-ups are really an underrated movement that I believe every single person needs to master. All right, it's the basics, it's the foundation. If you don't master the push-up, you're not going to be able to properly do the bench press, because the bench press is just a progression of the push-up. If you understand the push-up, your bench press will just be a lot better. All right, so moving on, push-ups, you can either start with it as a pre-exhaustion. I choose to finish with it because I'm pretty good at push-ups, so I could do, let's say, 50 reps at the beginning. I don't want that. I want to do push-ups when I'm tired and feel super good. Lastly, dips or decline presses with the cables. All right, so decline presses with the cables or dips. Dips are the best, all right? Dips are way better, but personally, I gotta get back into doing dips. I had a long time ago, I felt my shoulder, I felt something, and I kind of feared regaining my strength on dips. But if I would choose one of them, it would be dips. But that's why now I'm getting back stronger on that decline. So decline cable with a good squeeze, kind of trying to imitate that dip, but it's just not the same. The dip movement is just much more powerful. It's a body weight exercise, and also you're holding your whole body. The whole body is engaged, and it just feels good. All right. So those are the exercises. You see, I'm not mentioning anything super crazy. I'm not doing any variation that you haven't heard of. All right, just stick with those, get better at those. That's actually your chest workout. You don't need to do much more than that. In that, if you do those exercises that I mentioned, you're hitting your flat press, your incline to get that upper chest, the dips to get the lower chest, the flies, all right, to get a nice stretch. And you're also finishing with push-ups. What do you want more, all right? That's pretty much it. That was my workout today. Now, I would do more volume and sets on the bench press and the incline press, and exercises that are isolation. I would stick to 3 sets of 12 to 15, all right? Today was chest and triceps. I finished with 4 sets of triceps push down and single arm triceps extension. And that's pretty much it, all right? Don't overcomplicate stuff. Stick with the basics. Get better at the basics, get stronger at the basics. All right, it's very important that we get stronger and that we don't forget that strength is crucial. All right, if you want to keep growing. And I'm not saying get stronger at doing the machine. Get stronger on your incline press. If you're doing 60 pounds dumbbells, take it up to 65 next time. Take it up to 70 pounds next time. That's where I want you to get stronger. That's it for this video. Leave a like. I'll see you soon. Ciao. And watch others of my videos. I've got a ton of videos for you.